Thank you for joining us today for another episode of Sit a Spell with Sugar Magnolia. Today we are featuring my friend Kristen Ishihara of Ross and Schollmeyer, as well as one of our city council women. Thank you for being here today, Kristen, back on our green couch.
I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Last time we talked a little bit more in depth about what people need in preparation as far as elder care and documents and things like that that they need. I would like for you to actually talk about you today, and let's highlight who Kristen is. I know there's a lot there and a lot of people know you, but what are the things that you want them to know about you?
Well, I guess I moved to Longview 15 years ago when I graduated from Baylor Law School and have been here since then. Proudly practicing law and growing my family. Rich and I have been married for 12 years now, and we have 2 children that are both 10. I'm very proud to serve on the city council and am coming up on my 8th year of doing that. And really enjoy the people of Longview are just so amazing. And I've been able to help so many of them create their own nonprofits, and then I have been involved in several on my own. But I think what's really great about Longview is the spirit of people. Just they see a need, they are willing to step out and fill it themselves. And so I've been really fortunate to be able to be involved in that with a lot of folks.
I couldn't agree more. That is one of the things that I always say is Longview is such a giving community and so supportive, especially of someone that is up and coming in their business. And you and I met through Junior League, I believe, probably a variety of other things, but I always laugh because I feel like anything that you were doing, I was just like, not anything, because I can't do city council, but I'm always behind you that
year.
You
are younger than I am.
Yeah, just slightly, but I always think it's funny. I'm like, now I get to learn from Kristen on this. Now I get to learn from Kristen on this. So you're an inspiration to so many people.
Oh, that's nice of you to say.
Well, let's talk a little bit just kind of about the legal side for some of our clients and just people that would like to know these things. So what are the most important legal documents that I would need as an adult?
Sure. And that's a good question because everybody over 18 should have the same documents. So it's not, we practice estate planning and elder law. So sometimes folks don't want to come see me because they don't consider themselves an elder, but really everyone that is an adult should have several documents: a financial power of attorney that allows someone to act financially for you if you need someone to serve as your agent, a medical power of attorney, someone that can make decisions for you if you're unconscious or incapacitated. We use with that a HIPAA or healthcare authorization, just lets those people talk to doctors, get release of records. And then often folks will have a directive to physicians. This is the same thing as a living will if you're in a permanent vegetative state that you don't want to be kept artificially alive that way. Those 4 documents apply while you're alive. And then having something like a last will and testament is really a bare minimum that you need to have.
Okay, so that kind of goes into my next question too. If a family member of mine dies and doesn't have a will, what does that look like?
Yeah, so it probably depends on the family circumstances. Again, we really just want everybody in the world to have a will. Only about 50% of adults do. Sometimes that's not a huge deal if they have beneficiaries designated, but whenever someone dies, they should come talk to an estate planning attorney that can tell them what that's going to look like. A lot of it's just working through the process of getting things moved into your name because you're listed as a beneficiary, but with things like real property, residences, and other land, that's something where they may end up needing to probate the will so that the title transfers pursuant to the terms of the will.
Which goes right into my next question. So what does the term probate mean?
Yeah, that's another one that people don't understand either very well. So if I died, does my will have to be probated? That's the question that if you have a will, you would need answered also. And probate means that you've hired an attorney, you've gone to the local county court where the judge there has entered it into probate, which means they consider it a valid will, and then has appointed you as the executor to handle the affairs of the estate. So sell real property, collect bank accounts, handle personal property, maybe have an estate sale, those kind of things.
Okay. So as a community leader and a city councilwoman, what do you see as the future of Longview in 5, 10, 15 years?
Yeah, you know what? Longview has such an amazing spirit. And I feel like I see that growing every day with, people that I don't know emerging doing wonderful things, which is really amazing. I feel like we're trending younger. I see people coming back to Longview that grew up here, more younger people coming from other places. Just the new people that I meet in town, in addition to the wonderful folks that have been, here, that have rooted Longview, we have such a great spirit. I'm really excited for our future. I think we're moving in exciting ways and being open to bringing and keeping businesses, continuing to revitalize downtown, continuing to build our trail and park system, and just all those quality of life things that are really important. But then pairing that with all the economic development that we're seeing, I mean, Longview is just, we're at a really good spot, and I'm very proud.
Well, and you should be, because you've had a big role in that. So congratulations on that, and thank you. Okay, a couple of fun questions.
Is
You're so excited about this. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
You know, I'm going to say love God, love people. It's just the simplest one that I've been given. It's the one that I always go back to. Just, if you don't know what to do, that's the answer.
That's perfect. I love that. What is a talent or gift that you wished you possessed that you currently don't?
I would say I have always really wanted to know how to speak other languages, and it's, you know, I did that in high school, but then didn't carry through with it.
Same.
And I wish that I spoke Spanish now, and I also would love to learn sign language.
Yes.
I've always really thought that would be a wonderful way to communicate with people.
I'm learning Italian right now.
Oh, wow.
I have been for about 3 years, so I know my favorite word is bicicletta. It's bicycle. I don't use it much, but that's my favorite one. It just sounds cool. What's the most influential book in your life, or your favorite book?
My favorite book. I would pick John Leary's On Fire. I read that last year, and it, you know, I think it was just the right point in my life that it really inspired me, and I really, I loved his story.
You're the best. You read all the time, and then you'll post like a stack of books that you read last week that you'd give to anyone that wants them. So it's like, oh wait, I'm too late. Yeah. What is one movie or song that you always stop to watch or listen to?
I'm going to answer that in the moment. That's Encanto for us at our family. We listen to that soundtrack over and over right now, and I've probably seen the movie 6 times.
That works.
It's a good one.
And what is your favorite thing, place, or event in Longview or East Texas?
I am going to have to pick the wine festival, the Longview Wine Festival, that had our 3rd year last year, that benefits the Alzheimer's Alliance here, that supports local families dealing with dementia or Alzheimer's. It's an amazing event. Last year, gosh, I think we had 2,500 people that came out.
Wow.
But it was, you know, in October, it was a beautiful day, and it was just right kind of at the end where people were finally getting out. So,
yes.
And at the Arboretum, which was incredible. So it was a really fun event, great cause, and just really fun to see everybody.
Perfect. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Sit a Spell with Sugar Magnolia with my friend Kristen Ishihara of Ross and Schollmeyer. If you have any questions going forward, anything you'd like to ask Kristen about anything legal or anything obviously Longview related, all of her information will be below.